Hello everyone and welcome to MediSimplified. So today we are going to talk about presbycusis, which is age-related hearing loss commonly seen in the old age group, people of the old age group. So before watching this video, I'll recommend you to go to this and watch the types of hearing loss and come back here again. So let's discuss about presbycusis now. Presbycusis, you can see here, they are not able to hear each other properly. That is hearing loss is occurring in them. So let's talk about discuss this topic one by one, right? So it is age-related hearing loss, and it is gradually progressive sensorineural hearing loss associated with aging process, like physiological aging process. So they are pathologically there are four types of presbycusis. First is sensory type, second is neural type, which is the most common type of the presbycusis, pathological presbycusis, trial or metabolic type, and at last conductive, cochlear conductive type. So now let's discuss this pathological types one by one. First, we'll talk about the sensory presbycusis. And this what happens, there is a degeneration of the organ of corti, right? Due to which the high frequencies of sounds are affected, but the speech discrimination is very good. Now, going further, the next type, that is neural presbycusis, which is the most common type of presbycusis. It occurs due to degeneration of the cells of spiral ganglia, starting with the base of the coil to the and progresses till the apex of the coil. Now, in this type of presbycusis, the neurons of higher auditory pathways are affected. So it manifests as a high tone loss, that is high frequency is lost, but the speech discrimination is poor. And this is out of proportion to the pure tone loss. Now the third type, that is strial or metabolic type. In this, what happens, there is atrophy of stria vascularis in all turns of the cochlea. And it runs in the families, that is, it's hereditary kind of presbycusis. Audiogram, when we plot an audiogram, it is flat and speech discrimination is good in this type. Now, at last, the final type, that is the cochlear conductive type. In this, what happens? It occurs due to the stiffening of the basilar membrane that affects the movement, right? Audiogram again is a sloping type, and now we'll talk about the complaints given by the patient of presbycusis. We have discussed all the four pathological type in basic, that is the sensory, in which there is a degeneration of organ of corti, the neural, which is the most common, in which there is a nerve are getting affected, the coil is affected, strial type, in which there is atrophy of stria vascularis, and the cochlear type, in which there is a stiffening of basilar membrane. The patient, what they complain of having a great difficulty in hearing in the presence of background noises, though they may hear well in quiet surroundings. They may complain of speech not being heard, being heard but not being understood, because speech discrimination is poor for them. Recruitment phenomenon is positive in presbycusis, and all sounds suddenly become intolerable when volume is raised. Tinnitus is another problem, and sometimes it is the only complaint given by the patient of presbycusis. So, how we will manage it? It is usually managed by using hearing aids, right? And the patient should also get lessons in speech reading through visual clues, and curtailment of smoking and stimulants like tea and coffee may help to decrease the tinnitus. So this was all about the types of presbycusis, pathological types of presbycusis and their management. So hope you liked this video and found it useful. Do share it with your friends and do not forget to subscribe to the channel for further videos from us. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel, MediSimplified. Thank you.